You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is up? I am your host, Dini Mussolini, and I just want to welcome you guys to another awesome interview, or better yet, awesome podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Right on. So there's over 38,000 of you guys on our phone lines, in the chat room, on the browser, Google Hangouts, Skype, all of the plugins that we use to broadcast this show. You guys are filling them up, and I appreciate it so much. I'm going to send you all an apple pie for your efforts. Probably not, but just know I am truly, truly grateful, okay? So, a moment of true unencumbered joy is worth more than pure gold. You'll think more clearly, you'll be more motivated, you'll feel better, you'll be healthier when you regularly lose yourself in joy. Not to learn, not to look good on your resume, not to look good for Facebook or Instagram, not for someone else, not to network or to impress your friends, just for you. Simply for the experience of being fully alive and letting yourself completely enjoy yourself. Is that selfish? No. Even though people in your circle will make it think that is selfish. Trust me, Deanie knows. But when you have more joy in your own life, you have more to give others. By experiencing joy, you let the true person inside come to life, and that person is overflowing with love, overflowing with abundance and creativity that will add immensely to your life and the lives of those around you. Let yourself be joyful without guilt, without expectations. You'll feel the power of that joy in every part of your life. Take that from me, Dini Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or the book, or film, or even the business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create these marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. Big ups to my folks who are Indigos, Crystalline, or the Starseeds, for my Vigilantes audience family, for my hooligans, and shout out to my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're in a struggle like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 5 solid years. I appreciate to all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, films, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology revolutionaries, visual artists, from authors to professors and vampires. or people who think they're vampires. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out to book your interview or to appear on my other show called Skeptics. Email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com, and that's V as in Victor. We hope to get the stories behind these unique people and give them a chance to tell their truth to us and the universe. That is Vigilantes Radio sole purpose. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Share that number with your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the home page, you can slap that go live button and you'll be here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab them from either Spreaker.com/only one media group, iTunes, Player.fm, YouTube, any app from the Google Play or iTunes store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
Well, tonight's interview is the Jay Alive interview, and I am your host, Danny Mussolini. I have to say, I love that name, Jay Alive. I mean, there's so much life in just saying that word, alive, Excuse me. So I was on the podcast earlier today. I was a guest, right? Yeah, Danny was a guest on another show. It's called Drunk Talk Radio, Ghetto Media News, with my good friend Pagosi. And the topic was, do we need new media that focus solely on artists and their talent? Of course, most media platforms are ran by the popularity or personality of an artist rather than the quality of their music. And truth be told, we covered it, from perspective of we both do our own show that specialize in music, and I go any kind of way with actors, business, movies, just anybody, aliens, vampires, all that. There's no holds, for my show. But given the narrative that ultimately the point of the conversation comes to this: even though we would like the world of journalism to be ran solely by talent, it isn't so, because the listeners is who controls the narrative of the conversations, right? I mean, we have people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever platform, interviews, complaining about not having a spotlight because a Tekashi 6ix9ine or a Trippie Redd or somebody with a personality, somebody fall out from eating hot Cheetos or whatever, is always, getting the attention. And if you really think about it, it's the listener's fault. Yes, it is your guys' fault, because views equals money, all right? Or listens equals money. So when you have that equation, the stations, the media, the breakfast clubs, the DJ academics, the whatever there is out there, has to cater to the listenership. That's what you guys are requesting, okay? So if you want to change, if you want the focus to be on talent alone, then you as listeners need to do something about it, right? Because us independent journalists, us professional journalists, we can't do a thing about it if the demand is somebody's personality. Somebody want to shoot blase, okay? Somebody falls out over Cheetos. That's the story. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get to the narrative of our show, right? Real artists, real music, right? So, Jay Live, welcome to the show, man. Thanks so much for being here and taking some time to talk with us. I've got a lot of questions, but we're going to have to get pretty serious, pretty heavy right off the drop here.
I'm down.
First beginning. Yeah. You say you're down for that, huh?
Sorry, what?
You say you're down for that?
Absolutely.
Definitely. All right, man. Given that, since I said we can get pretty serious right off top, and I kind of didn't write this question in the write-up or the script, if you want to use that word, but what is the darkest place you've ever visited in your music?
Oh, that's actually a really tough one. Because a lot of my old brand was pain and misery. So I would purposely throw myself down that kind of rabbit hole a lot. And so for me, the darkest time was when I was working on my old song. I don't know if you heard it, Enemy.
No.
I just got my heart broken, and instead of kind of realizing, hey, I can move on from it, I just really dwelled on it and was like, I gotta like take advantage of this emotion I'm feeling right now, and I just brought myself to like a depression. And the song turned out great. So, it was all worth in the end, but it's kind of hard to get out of that once you get there.
Right. Okay. And that song is called Enemy, right?
Yeah, Enemy with John Cardiff.
Used to go under the moniker Jack-tha-Rippa.
Oh yeah, that was it's a dark, like a name. It's a dark name, especially
True.
with the stuff that happened with the actual person named Jack-tha-Rippa. And so that's why I originally chose that name, because I was a totally different artist back then. Like, I was so negative. I was just in a dark place back then, so it was fitting. Yeah. And then Jay Alive, rebirth by name.
Definitely. So in contrast, you kind of went from being Batman to being Spider-Man.
I've never thought of it that way, but I like that. I really like that.
Yeah, I kind of compare like the rap industry to either wrestling sometimes. When it's all gimmicks, it's wrestling, but when it comes from like a sense of who people are, because we can identify with a superhero, we can identify with a villain sometimes, or a vigilante. My favorite, vigilante. This is why we have the station Vigilantes Radio. But I like to think that some artists are these superheroes, because you get to explore all the different sides of an artist within their music. And hearing you speak, it's like, wow, I'm watching Batman become Spider-Man, even though Spider-Man has a dark past because of his uncle,
Of course. I'm a big comic book, so I love this conversation right now.
Oh man, we're about to dive into another rabbit hole here.
Oh boy, here we go.
But nah, man. I think personally, like, the best music comes from pain, and that's because I've been an artist at one point in time, and it was always the best music for me. Hard to talk about sometimes, using just regular words, but music, yeah, let's do that. I get that's the sense for you as well. Like, you made your best music. I wouldn't say that. You made good music, great music from pain. But now you're a total different person who's showing that you can also make great music from being alive. Is that what we get now?
Yeah, for the most part. I still use pain in a couple of songs just because, it's a relatable thing, like especially heartbreak. It's a really relatable topic. And that's the whole point of my music and my messages. I want, people to not feel alone. Like, I want to kind of like be the hand on your shoulder when you're in a dark place, and just be like, hey, I'm sitting right here with you. We're gonna ride it out, all right? Everything's gonna be great.
I like that. Soundtracks to life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, man, what's your story, man? Let's get the origin story. Like, how you come to music. Why did music choose you?
I've always been drawn to music. Ever since I was a little kid, I used to I loved like things with strings. Like, I loved violin, guitars. I was like this little 4-year-old, and I really, really wanted a violin. for whatever reason. Don't really know what drew me to it at that point, but I remember doing lemonade stands and like just trying to get money anywhere I could to go buy my own violin. And it took a while, but I went to the violin store. I don't even know what they're called. Like, I was so young, but I didn't have enough money for the violin, so my grandma actually, paid the rest of it and didn't tell me until later that she did that. I thought I did it myself because, like, I don't know, there's just been this drive in me ever since I was little to, like, do something with music, to the point where, once I got my first violin, which I thought I paid for, it was just like this proud sense, like, hey, I'm doing this on my own. And it just drove me to move on to guitar, and then from guitar, keyboard, and then keyboard to doing vocals. So I used to want to be a beat maker. Like, I used to try to make beats. Didn't quite get it right. But now I'm onto rapping, and that's what it makes me feel good. Every time I step off the mic, I got this big smile on my face. I'm just like, I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm doing what I love. I mean, that's kind of my story that built up to it, like, shortened, of course, like, not as many details, but that's like the timeline, kind of.
Who was your go-to artist?
Ooh. It's right now it's Logic and mack-miller. Mack-miller is actually my greatest inspiration. Like, above my computer where I record, I have one of mack-miller's tours posters signed by him, and like that's just like my motivation. I'm like working a late night, look up and I see that. I'm just like, I want people to care that much about my music. That's my goal.
Yeah. Did you hear his numbers, like, on, I think it's iTunes or Apple? It's like 497% since his death.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's upsetting, because it's like he made amazing music. It was different. It pushed the boundaries. And, people didn't really give him the respect that he deserved until after he passed. Yeah,
man. That goes to say, though, man, give people their roses while they are alive. I always say that. Please do.
And seriously,
Please
people need to, pay attention to artists before they pass. Otherwise, they find their favorite artists, and then it's like, well, now you can't see them live anymore. You can't listen to new music. You have everything they've ever made right in your hands. Like, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You battled depression before, right?
Yeah, it's a constant battle. Never fully beat it.
Yeah. You think music saved you? Or what do you say? What do you think saved you?
Music gave me something to wake up and feel like I needed it. Like I wake up and I'm just like I want to get my voice heard and I want to make a change in the music industry, and it drives me. So I guess you could say it saved me. So instead of just staying in bed all day like I used to, now I have this like drive to just create and make a difference and help people.
Yeah. All right. So, Jay Alive, man, what are you looking to express through your music?
What I'm trying to express is that, like, I want everyone to feel included, and I want people to really, like, feel every emotion. Don't, like, shut out an emotion, because it's important to know yourself, and it's important to know all of your emotions, and, even the bad ones. Like, sometimes you need them. Like, sometimes when you feel like you just have to cry, but you don't know why you want to cry, just let it out. Just express yourself, and I want people to really know themselves inside and out. And so that's why my album, on all accounts, is like an emotional roller coaster. Like, you go from really sad to vibey to hype to real serious, and then an extremely serious note on the last song. Like, I just wanted to make an emotional roller coaster with a kind of a song for every mood and every kind of person.
Right on. I like that. And where do you hope that your music will take us in our minds when we listen? Like when we close our eyes, what should we picture?
You know, I think it should take you to like a nice beach or a nice beautiful valley, and you're just laying under a tree or laying under a palm tree, and you're just relaxing. You're just getting to know your inner self, and
right.
I feel like it should be something that relaxes you. Just that constant expression of emotion.
Definitely. So how would you describe your style of music? And how would you describe your style of music?
I would describe it like a mixture of rap and R&B.
So you sing a little bit, harmonize?
I yell. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and claim I can sing. I definitely cannot. But, I try on some songs a little bit more than others. There's a couple where I try to just, kind of sing. I wouldn't call it singing, because I never called it singing, but iTunes, when I put the album up, categorized it as R&B, and I was like, okay. I guess that's what they think it is.
Right on. All right. What drives you to continue to push music?
Just the satisfaction of knowing that you're helping people through a rough time. I've gotten some messages, some Snapchat from people that are just tears rolling down their face, and they're just listening to my music, and they say thank you, or I can't get the song out of my head, or it helped me. And I mean, it just gives me the best feeling, because I'm not in this for money. That's not something that I care about, because once you make it about money, you lose what makes you different, what makes you great. For me, it's about helping people and just kind of being there for everyone. And that's really just what drives me, is knowing that I'm achieving my goal in all of this and getting feedback where people, it's helping them. And that's what drives me.
Right on. But doesn't that kind of, give you a great heightened sense of responsibility?
It does, and it's a lot of pressure, because if you wake up and decide to change your message, all the people that loved your current message they're just confused.
Yeah, and the bigger you get, the bigger that responsibility is going to grow.
Yeah. That stuff starting to dwell on now.
Are you prepared for that?
I feel like I am. I think I am.
Okay. And that could be huge. Huge weight. Sometimes I said that can be huge. That's a huge weight sometimes,
Oh, absolutely.
So, let's chat about your most recent release. Tell us about On All Accounts.
Okay, so On All Accounts, I've been talking about making this album for about a year and a half, and I didn't know it. I'd always been talking about making an album, and I just never had the right tools or the right people working with me to achieve what my end vision was for the album. And so, this year, luckily, I had all the right people, I had all the right tools, I had all the resources I needed, and we just dove right in. And we didn't really name the album until it was done, because we didn't have a name for it, because it was just such an emotional roller coaster that we were like, what could we call this? And so the album's telling my story. It's telling some of the stuff I've been through with relationships, with friends, family, just my inner demons, and it just kind of goes through all of that. And then we took a little spin on it. So we got the first half of the album is like the more personal side that the media and what the public doesn't generally see in an artist. Like you look at G-Eazy, you know, you see the partying, you see the good lifestyle, you see the traveling, the crazy trips, all that fun, but you don't see his low ends. And so I wanted to be right out front with everyone and just be like, hey, these are my low ends. These are my demons. This is the side of me that most media doesn't want artists to share. They don't want to hear about it because it doesn't sell. So I wanted to tell that right out the gate. And then the second half of the album is more like what the media wants, what the media shows, the parties, the fun stuff, the drugs, the alcohol. But I did my own spin on it where it's still, you know, my own demons and my own issues. And I kind of try to put my own take on all that. And then I end it with a really serious song that was actually towards my birth mother. And I had some issues with her since music started. And, you know, I kind of wanted to address those issues just right out, because that's my biggest demon for me.
Wow. Was it painful to record and write the song?
More recording. I had a couple songs where I would turn away from the mic and look at my friend Nate, who works with me, and I would just cry. Like I would just start crying. Like there are definitely some really difficult things to record on this album that, you know, on paper you don't think it's going to be that hard, but once you say it out loud, you're like, holy shit, like I cannot believe that I was feeling that way. Like you don't know how strong it is until you hear it out loud. And so that was it hit me a couple of times. There's two songs where 3 a.m, just on my hands and knees, just like tearing up. Like I just couldn't. I just needed to like get myself together because like I gotta do it again. Like I did not realize how powerful that was. I need to go again.
Right. Yeah. We have like a lot of beginner artists who listen to the show, or people who want to be artists. And guys, to really capture the moments in your records, you have to perform it. So I could imagine Jay Alive is performing this song, and he realizing how heartfelt it is, how much emotion is actually in the lyrics that he wrote, and the passion is just pouring out through your vocal cord, right?
Yeah. I even hold the mic like it's like I'm on stage, even though it has a big stand. And I like close my eyes and just imagine, like, because I always view things as doing it live. And so I just imagine there's a big arena, and I want to do it how I'm going to do it in front of them. That's how I go about making sure I have that emotion in the song.
Right. Nice. So I think you mentioned that this is like your first album. So are you considering this your debut?
Yeah, this is my debut album. Yes.
Wow. Are you feeling the pressure, bro?
On some days.
Definitely. What do you think? Yeah. What is the pressure like? The album being receptive, or what is creating the pressure for you?
The biggest pressure is just scheduling everything, because I set up phone calls with promoters. I talk to all these other promoters, and it gets to be a lot, especially when they don't respond to you at first, and then they all just hit you up, and you're just like, whoa, I need to take a step. This is wild. Like working with Starlight, they've taken a lot of that off of my shoulders. But it's just like, this is my first interview ever also. So like,
really?
Yeah, not even gonna lie, like I was actually like kind of shaky when I was on hold. I was like, oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen here.
No, man, you're doing great. They put you in good hands.
I know I've seen some scary interviews with a host who not like the artist very much, and that was like the biggest stress I had. I was like, oh boy, I hope I make a good first impression.
Yeah. That's always the thing in journalism. I mean, you watch them all the time, like Lil Wayne doing interviews, and the interview just go really terrible for the interviewer. And I was like, I never want that to happen. Like, how do we make this easy on artists, and the artists not to get upset with us, for, making a joke that's not funny or offensive. And it's like, we should just talk to each other like pals. Like, I haven't seen you in 10 years. I want to know all about you, what you got going on.
I feel like I've known you for a long time. Even though this is our first time ever talking, I feel like I've known you. Like, I just love that.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And that's one of the things I make sure is, like, we have to listen to the music. We have to, we have to stalk your social media for a few days, see what kind of person you are. So you're overall, man, you're a genuine cool guy, man, and I love your music. You gain a new fan over here at Vigilantes Radio. I'm going to definitely keep my eye out for you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I know how you feel. Like, you can reach out to a lot of people, don't get a response, and then a week or two later, you get so many responses. You're heading to Walmart to get a planner because you have to write everything down to remember that, along with what's going on in real life as well. That's kind of what happens for you?
Yeah, I use the calendar on my phone a lot.
Yeah.
That is like my lifesaver, because I'm also doing school at the same time, so I can't, do everything that I want to do. So I really have to go, okay, these are the times that I'm available. I can do it this time. And it's just been a wild ride. And then another big thing that puts so much pressure on me, which, the constant advice I've been given is to just don't listen. So it's a little annoying, like people, like I was posting about this interview on my stories and stuff, and I'm getting messages like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
What?
You're not going up. And I'm just like, okay, what? I got a message. I'm on the Emerging 200 chart, and so I'm number 12 on there on the Emerging 200 chart. And
congratulations.
I got this one kid that went to high school with me. He left the school, so I hadn't heard from him in a long time. I didn't even know I had him on my Snapchat. He DM'd me, and he was just like, bro, you lying. Like, I appreciate the hard work and all that, but you're lying. You're not on the chart. And I was just like, what? I was like, hold on, what are you talking about? Like, I don't control the chart. I got put on by Starlight. Like, I'm not messing with anything here. Like, this, I'm being dead serious. I even sent a screen recording of me pulling it up. There's two charts on their website. It's the upcoming 100 and emerging 200. I was like, maybe he's looking at the wrong chart. I don't want people to think I'm a liar. Like, that's just not cool with me. That doesn't sit well with me. And
right on.
So usually I will, if it's something that it's real easy to do, screen record, just pulling it up. That way he knows where I'm talking about, where I'm posting this about. But then his response, to the screen recording was, "Oh no, you got mad. It says it all." And I'm just like, I don't know what that means. Okay.
Yeah. That lets me know we as a people have to do way better. I mean, that crab in a bucket syndrome is just running rampant, or rampant. And support means nothing anymore, Like, why hate?
It's all fake. It's all fake.
Yeah. It baffles me, man. And I know how you feel, bro. I go through the same thing with my show. My ex-wife, she never listened. And
That's
it
cool.
kind of bothered me for a while, and and it kind of affected things in our relationship. And one day I just told her, yo, you don't support me.
Right.
And then one day I realized, you don't have to support me. I have 37,000 live listeners who tune in that support. I don't really need your support.
Yeah.
So that's how you got to look at it, Jay Alive. You got people putting you on the charts, people listening to your music. I call them invisible listeners because you never know who's watching your career. You never know who's listening. You never know who's a fan. You just got people who
Right.
don't say anything. And that's who you should do it for.
Yeah, in the movie Straight Outta Compton, I love the line where it's just like, I don't care what they do with the records, they bought them. Like, you know, so my view is, you know, if they're looking at my stuff, if they're listening to my album just to make fun of it, I don't care. You know why? You streamed it. You helped my numbers. So if you're going to do that to make fun of it, keep doing it. Like, you streamed it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. It hurts sometimes, you know.
Oh,
getting negative feedback. Yeah. You know, you get sensitive about your art. It does affect you. But
yeah, and I'm working on a batch of new songs, and it's reflected. I do address it. I do call some people out, not by name. That's too far.
Right.
I address the issue.
Right on. Definitely. All right, so, you know, sometimes I have the intelligence of a fourth grader and not even a smart one, you know, the one that's in the back picking his nose. But tell me about the phrase, know me now, and how it found its way onto your album and how it resonates with you personally.
It's actually a perfect tie-in to right off the bat when we started out. But what it really means for me and everyone that worked on this album with me and that's worked with me on projects in the past, you know, this is the new sound. This is the new Jay Alive. Like, before I was, you know, kind of looked at it as a joke, but now this is my bold statement. This is me. I'm here. You know, take me seriously. I'm right here with just speaking my heart to everyone. Like, just telling everyone everything about my life, and I want people to know me based on this album. That's why the phrase "know me now" was used. This is the new sound. So know me now, know me for who I am now.
Definitely. I like that. Man, so this album kind of goes deep into your life. I like that from artists, man, when they're like an open book with the music, you know. It's definitely easier to say it in music than it is to talk about. I mean, at least for me it is. Yeah, and I know music like that's not as popular, which kind of saddens me. But you know, it needs to be done. This kind of music needs to be made. Yeah, totally agree. Man, where do you want listeners to connect with you on the internet? So we just put up our actual website. We actually have a jalivemedia.com. Wow. And so that's where we're going to be selling merch. We have, if you don't have Instagram or you don't follow me on Instagram, it's connected to my Instagram. So any posts I make, you can catch up on them right there. It has all the songs. So if you don't have SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, or any of that, you can go on the website and stream it through the website. Smart. I think music should be free. So true. If you have any of that, go to the website. It's all right there. Yeah, I like how you do that, man. You have your music everywhere, accessible. Man, I tell you, man, artists send me links to their iTunes, and I don't have iTunes. I can't listen to it. So that's real cool that you have it on your website for streaming. Yeah, so very smart. Very, very smart. Especially in the beginning, you know, the more places you have your actual music, the better off you will be at the end, because you know, not everyone has everything. And so you have a friend that has Spotify and they're like, oh, check out this new Jay Alive track. It's sick. They don't have Spotify, you know, or they don't have Apple Music. It's, you know, there's a way to get the songs. I made sure that there was.
Because I want music to be shared, not just like
Yes.
used for profit. I want people to enjoy it. I want to help everyone. So it would kind of go against my message if I didn't have it everywhere.
Right. Totally agree, man. All right. Do you have like any favorite music-related memories from like any age?
Oh gosh, yeah, actually I do. When I was really little, my parents, and they keep showing me these videos. They're just like, it's crazy how you went from being a little 2-year-old messing around on the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't great. It was terrible. I was just, like smashing the keys, but like just thinking back on it, like I would do like the preset beats thing and just press it and go and just start dancing. And so, and it's my favorite memory because like it sums me up as a person. You put on the song, no matter what setting I'm in, no matter where I am, I'm going to dance. Like I just go for
it. Wow.
So they have a little video of me in my like little t-shirt and diaper just dancing to this like preset Yamaha piano beat, and it's a sight. It's a sight to see.
Right on. Hey man, you made it to our traditional open floor. In any event, if there was anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to talk about or shout out anyone, here's your opportunity to say anything that you would like to, or mention anyone, or mention anything that we've missed.
I'll mention a couple things. First of all, shout out to my co-writer Nate. I couldn't have done this album without you. And shout out to my engineer and producer Dominic Bellucci. You're the man. Thank you so much for volunteering to edit the album and make it what it is. Because without you guys, this album would not exist. And then I just want to address to just all your listeners. I hope you don't mind.
Sure thing.
Depression is a serious issue, and people don't like to show that they're depressed or really try to get attention for it. So if you notice that your friend is feeling down, or you notice that they're drinking a little more than usual, they're trying to beat down their demons, like drug-wise or alcohol-wise, please just, extend your hand and be there for them. Ask them what's wrong. You don't know, that little conversation you have with them could save their life, because I'm sick and tired of hearing about all these people killing themselves and ODing. It's a real issue, and we need to, as a community and as people, we need to step up and, help our friends out, help our neighbors out.
Definitely. And I second that, because
that's like a big issue for me.
Yeah, that's why I said, man, I second that as well. Oh, that is so true. It's becoming a very, very sad topic,
Yeah. Lost too many friends to that, so.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the Hot Seat, and our fans love this part of the segment. Of course, we won't the actual interview, but the audience will get to hear Jay Alive. Maybe he'll sing for us, do poetry, inspirational speech, spoken word, freestyle rap, jokes, stories, even live instruments. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight we'll find out if Jay Alive has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have Jay Alive with his song Survive, and we'll be right back.
All of this heartache I'm feeling, I swear it's so hard not to cry. Sometimes I'm too weak for this living. I promised my mama I'd try. It feel like I'm living a lie. I know that I'm living a lie. It feel like I'm living a lie. I know that I'm living a lie. You made it so hard to survive. They made it too hard to survive. I gave my all to this shit, for all of my dreams just to die. You made it so hard to survive. They made it too hard to survive. I gave my all to this shit, for all of my dreams just to die. Yeah, my past dead, but the future bright.
right. Been working for this my whole life. Tell mama sorry, but I'll be alright. From those long days, those solo nights, to staying up with these model types. Whole world about to scream my name, cause I finally found an artist that's worth the hype. Yeah, no I drink too much. Fake ass rappers I don't like too much. Jumping up the charts, double dutch. Been down in life, music came up clutch. Lifestyle, everything, might not be enough from the time I was a kid where I'm finally growing up. Single with the album got me gunning for the top. Fame and count them hits one by one. Woo! First time where I feel alive. Ain't no going back on this path I ride. No in-betweens, either make it or die. Only thing I got left, gotta keep alive. Ain't no going home, no second tries. Beating down my whole fucking life, but this is my time, yeah, I will survive.
All of this heartache I'm feeling, I swear it's so hard not to cry. Sometimes I'm too weak for this living. I promise my mama I try. It feel like I'm living a lie. I know that I'm living a lie. It feel like I'm living a lie. I know that I'm living a lie. You made it so hard to survive. They made it too hard to survive. I gave my all to this shit, for all of my dreams just to die. You made it so hard to survive. They made it too hard to survive. I gave my all to this shit, for all of my dreams just to die.
Making moves, I play the game. Profits come and go, but fakes stay the same. That Grammy, one day I'll see my name. Everything to lose, but everything to gain. Out of my mind, rapping insane. Verse fire like that Kush flame. Me compared to others, we just ain't the same.
Fuck it up.
Lifestyle changed real quick. Penthouse living with a bad bitch. Go on stage and I flip the switch. Never off track, stuck to the script. Making it big was my only wish. Laugh when I was down and only just a kid. But I'm a headline now, where you at, bitch? Your year's worth what I make in a week. My entire life I've had a chance to speak. Finally did platinum in a week. Ain't backing down, I'ma live this life. Out in LA, my own LA Times. Only piece of truth in this fucking world is at the end of the day I will survive.
All of this heartache I'm feeling, I swear it's so hard not to cry. Sometimes I'm too weak for this living. I promise my mama I try. It feel like I'm living a lie. I know that I'm living a lie. It feel like I'm living a lie. I know that I'm living a lie.
Spin that
shit.
shit.
It's so hard to survive. They made it too hard to survive. I gave my all to this shit, for all of my dreams just to die. You made it so hard to survive. They made it too hard to survive. I gave my all to this shit, for all of my dreams just to die.
All right, and we are back. That was Jay Alive with this song, Survive. Man, what a dope record. Oh, man. Woo. Yeah. All right, guys, so beyond belief. When you believe something is possible, then you will try to do it. At least Deanie is hoping so. When you know something is possible, it will happen. How do you reach a state beyond merely believing? A state of knowing. By taking action. The ultimate confidence comes from doing over and over again. There's no shortcut unless you're Justin Bieber and you just happen to bump into Usher. Other than that, there's no shortcut, right? No, I really don't think so. And there is no mental, no technological trick. I mean, you know, you can read what is that book? Think and Get Rich. Yeah. Or 48 Laws of Power, or The Art of War, or The War of Art. Both books are very good, especially the War of Art. Very good. It's a book about overcoming procrastination. So, guys, sometimes you just got to dig right in and get your hands dirty. Soon enough, you won't just believe, you'll know. You may believe you can run a marathon. Yet only when you get up every morning at 5 a.m. and work out day after day after day do you know you can run a marathon. Okay? I started a show with one listener for a very long time. And now we have over 37,000 listeners. The show changed so many times. The format changed. My co-host changed. Everything changed until what we have now, because I knew that I could do this. Yeah, the kid with the bad speech, with the lisp, the overbite, right? The introvert, the professional introvert. I'm like a professional wallflower. But I knew that I had a destiny, a thing to do, which is talking to you guys. And it became possible, and we're still growing, baby. We are still evolving, baby. This is not the end of it. I tell you, as the expression goes, seeing is believing. So, by that same token, doing is knowing. It is great to believe in possibilities. You can speculate on that, and you can imagine all sorts of wonderful things. And action is what will make reality out of all those possibilities. Denny is telling you guys to jump in and take action. You know, like on a hot summer day and you see a blue pool, swimming pool, no matter how cold it is, your body's hot. You're just going to jump right on in, right? You got to do that with your dreams. Yeah. You will then know what you're capable of accomplishing. And knowing it with complete certainty, you'll definitely make it happen. Take that from me, Denny Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But for right now, let's bring back the man of the moment. Jay Alive, you're back live with us and in our hot seat.
Hey.
Yeah. So, what kind of treat are we going to get today?
Well, you're going to get a little freestyle.
Dope. Ready when you are.
All right. I get it, motherfucker. You don't understand it. Let me be clear. My name gonna stay at the top of the charts for the upcoming years. My music be bumping, arenas erupting, my fans going crazy, main chick sorting something. Got all this going before I get onto the stage and appear. Sold out shows. Yeah, we like that. Focused on making history. Same time with a model looking for some impact. Can we see what's next in line? People always asking. I wrote back, told them be patient for a reason. When the second drops, don't know what to say next. Yeah. So for me to blow up, to show you motherfuckers what real talent was. So for me to blow up, to get myself noticed, now about to applaud. Got addicted to success more than any other drug. Damn, that's saying a lot, especially when liquor's involved. Got the whole album to show what the real difference was. At this point, not sure if the big man upstairs praying for me above. Upcoming artist, still getting used to the buzz. Won't stop till I'm courtside, look up and see my own name up above. Now I'm the type to not hold back, bitch. I'ma say what I feel. Tired of listening to so-called rappers flexing, claiming they real. I'ma give y'all a little lesson, pay attention. Any rapper flexing, cash on the gram. Got all his money right there. That's how they getting exposed. No results in it and their careers. That's why I'm living my best, counting them bills I made from last year. People who making it big don't flash their wealth, keep it concealed. Exposing me with the song, not my own fault, keeping it real. That's it.
Dope.
Started a little bit, but...
All right. Man, let everybody know where they can connect with you one more time.
You can connect with me on Instagram at jalive_official. Twitter, the same thing, and my website, www.jalivemedia.com.
All right, and guys, just in case you didn't get those links, I have them in the description of this episode, so all you have to do is click the links, and they'll take you right to all of his sites and everything. Typed it all neat, perfect, so did all the work for you. All you gotta do is click. Man, Jay Live, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you so much for this.
Definitely, man. Definitely. You're welcome back anytime, bro.
Absolutely. I'll definitely take you up on that. This is the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah, maybe on our other show. We have a show called Skeptics. No script is involved. We just go off the whim, and man, we can really dive into some comics.
Oh, I like that. I love that.
Yeah. Who's your favorite, by the way? Or, well, let me ask you this first. Are you a Marvel or DC?
Depends on the mood. Honestly, if I'm into if I'm in the mood for some darker stuff, I go DC. But if I'm in the mood to just relax, chill, and have fun and a good laugh, Marvel. That's for me. Ugh.
So who's your favorite?
Ooh. From which universe? Let's go
DC first. Who's your favorite in DC?
Let's go DC. Rorschach. He's my favorite. From Watchmen.
Yeah. Man, that was an awesome movie, especially his parts.
Yeah, so
I would love to
underrated.
I would love to see a Rorschach movie.
And even though they had like an origin story, I could see them totally like having a standalone.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be very careful because I didn't want to accidentally say anything that would spoil anything for anyone that hasn't seen it.
Right. Well, I mean, that movie's been out for a while. If they haven't seen it, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's kind of their own fault at that point, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. So who's your favorite in Marvel?
For me, it's really close between Spider-Man, which is why I was geeking at your first thing, and Tony Stark.
All right.
Iron Man. Never go wrong with the OG.
Yeah. All right about that. Okay.
Who are your favorites?
DC, the Batman, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. There's a real good tie between the Batman and the Joker.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That
I mean, the Joker is just... Oh, yeah. Man. And Marvel, the Punisher, and and Spider-Man.
I love the Punisher series on Netflix.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I was trying to.
Wild.
Yeah, I was trying to watch all of the series in order. Like I started with Jessica Jones, which was boring like the first part of season 1, but as the season progressed, it got better. So I'm still watching that. I just finished Luke Cage. And I'm in Daredevil now. So.
Oh, Daredevil's a good one.
Yeah,
Much better
it is.
Sorry, Ben Affleck, but Netflix did it better.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah. Netflix definitely did it better. I mean, they can really pull off great shows and great movies if they cast the right people.
It's all about casting. Every movie is all about casting.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
And you get an awkward person to play Doctor Strange or Tony Stark, you cast wrong, and it's gonna come off really awkwardly. Yeah.
Man, are you a Prison Break fan?
I've had that show suggested to me so much, and I've never gotten around to seeing it.
Man, you have to see it, because the perfect Joker is the guy that plays a character, T-Bags. They should have cast him as Joker. That dude he's in a new show called The Cult.
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
You haven't seen that? Oh man, that is a good show.
Oh man.
Yeah. Man, I'm giving you all kind of suggestions, man.
I know, I'm gonna have to start making a list here in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, man, so definitely come on Skeptics. We can schedule something real soon. And yeah, man. Have a great time.
Thank you. You too. Thanks again for having me.
No doubt, bro. No doubt.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on the Google Play or iTunes Store, or our website, and that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Danny Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the #1 rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.